So what should you contribute or pay for your advertising of your property? Well, if you, depending on who you're dealing with, a large company in real estate should have an established database of clients. After all, that's where buyers come. And if they're collecting that data, this should minimize your cost outlay for advertising from that agent. If you're dealing with an independent agent, one working on their own, off their own mobile, or a newer established agent, they can generally request a higher spend on advertising because they don't have the established database of buyers. Also, they could be looking to increase their profile through their marketing because they're a smaller operation. Cost-effective or smart marketing for your property will, of course, involve money, or marketing involves directly relating to attracting the buyer and effecting a high price sale. You don't want to be spending money that's simply aimed at a profile building exercise for the agent. So you've got to carefully question on what's effective and what's not. Some marketing purely pays for agents to promote their brand rather than focusing on promoting the actual property. Effective marketing really has to be looked at is, where will this benefit me as a seller? What happens with the inquiry if it is indeed attracted? Does it go to a mobile phone number that can be answered, cannot be answered, very hard to record information from the buyer? Or does an inquiry go directly to a 24-hour buyer hotline around the clock, 7 days a week? You know, work out what is the best use of the marketing for your property. Okay. Why would you pay thousands of dollars if the agency could lose the lead just because it was directed to a mobile number rather than a secure 24-hour number? The cost-effective marketing means the least amount you spend on the highest return on those inquiries. So where does the inquiry go to? Does the inquiry go to a fixed mobile where it could be answered, could not, the inquiry could be lost? Or does the inquiry go to a 24-hour, 7-day buyer hotline where all inquiry is kept in one place, ready to be referenced in any negotiation? All right.
About the agent marketing themselves instead of marketing the actual property.
Okay. With online upgrades, so upgraded listings, you have to be careful because a lot of the upgrades are there to benefit the agent. In fact, some of them do focus on actually adding the agent's logo, not really making the property more appealing. In fact, in an online search, people would be told that, like a Google search, you need to be on the front page or the first page or you're not going to be found. Well, this isn't the case. This would be the case in real estate if people only search one page. But when they're looking for a property, they want to compare all properties. So they will have a thorough search of the properties in that suburb, in that criteria. And in many cases, there might be only 6 or a dozen sort of properties. So reasonably, everybody is going to look at every property. It's not as if they will miss properties because they're on the second page or so. Cost-effective marketing is a better return on your sale price for any money or expenses you spend on the marketing. So you have to be careful that you're not spending marketing that's there to more promote the agent than it is to promote the property. Some of the promotion also you need to look at, is it drawing inquiry and where is that inquiry going to? If that inquiry is coming in and it comes in at all hours of the day and it's going to an agent's mobile, it can very easily be lost because that mobile's not answered, or it's very hard to record every inquiry off a mobile phone. If it's going to a 24-hour phone number or email, then no inquiry will be lost. This means you definitely don't run the risk of losing thousands of dollars through a lost buyer. Why would you spend thousands of dollars to attract a buyer that could be lost at the point of inquiry? You may be asked during a listing presentation or considering an agent about upgrading your listing online. This has become a more recent thing where you'd be told that the property is listed higher in the search rankings through a domain or realestate.com or the like. What we've found is that the research is clear that listings now are being increasingly looked at through a mobile device, which doesn't really differentiate between your upgrade or not. They're all going to come up looking quite similar. In fact, a lot of times your upgrade will actually be there to assist to put the agent's logo on the listing and not necessarily make the property any more appealing. You'll also is advised that you'll also be advised that this is related to a Google search where if Google, you have to be on the first page of advertising or you're not there. Well, this is only the case if someone was going to buy something off the first page, where what buyers do, of course, is they look at all stock available online. Any agent can offer you the ability to upgrade your listing, and you can get a various quote for this. You just have to weigh up what the cost is and what the benefit is. Is it more benefit for you, or is the benefit more to the agent, and make a decision based on that? When considering what you spend with an agent on advertising and marketing, you have to look at what is the risk. What is the risk when you leave that agent, if you want to, or if you decide not to sell? What costs are you up for? Is the agent taking the risk, or are you taking a gamble on the agent? Because we know that sellers are reluctant to leave an agent if they've spent several thousands advertising with that agent and had no success. This is called a sunk cost syndrome, where you're reluctant to leave a situation. If you've already invested money in it, you'll stay. An agent should be able to justify any advertising or promotional cost that they're asking you to pay, and it should be a cost that you're happy to wear based on the risk of it not being successful sale or you not being satisfied with that agent. If you have any questions on advertising or marketing or costs, feel free to contact us anytime.